Did you know that 3 of the biggest rock and roll hits from the 1950s are all based on the same chord progression? And today you're going to play all of them. So let's dive straight in. But of course, before we do, we need to just check the chords that we're going to use. And the great thing about it is that these 3 songs using the same chord progression will use the same 3 chords, and you're going to use G major. This is how I play the chord with my 4th, 2nd and 3rd finger, and there's a good reason for it, as I'll show you later. And we're going to play C, lovely chord, and D major as well. Now if you're not 100% sure how to play it, then click this link here. It'll take you to a playlist of videos to help you learn those chords. Now the great thing about rock and roll tunes from the 1950s is that they use this one chord progression here that you can see, and this is the 12-bar blues chord progression. It's really cool actually, and it's used for so many songs, and these 3 that we're going to do today use this exact same one. And you'll see 4 bars of G, 2 bars of C, back to G for 2 bars, then 2 bars of D, and then 2 bars of G, and that repeats over and over and over and over again. It's a great chord progression. And if you're thinking, bloody hell, how am I going to make some of those quick chord changes? Well, we're going to look at some of those chord transitions to make life a little bit easier. Playing this chord progression, you know, we can use various strumming patterns really. So one of the basic ones would be, the most basic one would be just be down, 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 all the way through the song, which is nice, it's really good. And it's a very safe way of playing. Something else we could do is, we could do down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. I quite like this one myself. I think it's pretty good for these 3 songs. We've got these 3 songs, okay? We've got See You Later, Alligator. We've got Shake, Rattle and Roll and Rock Around the Clock. 3 songs, 3 chords and 1 great chord progression. So let's have a look at these 3 songs, okay? We'll start off with See You Later, Alligator, and we're going to play this slowly. Don't worry too much about, you know, which rhythm that you're going to use. Don't panic so much. If you're feeling a bit nervous, then just use the down strumming one. Okay, just use that one. So let's try See You Later, Alligator, and hopefully I can remember the words. So here we go. So this one, I think, was written by a teenager, a guy called Bobby Charlton. No, not Bobby Charlton, he's a footballer. Bobby Charles. Yeah, well, I'm sure Bobby Charlton was pretty talented. So he wrote this when he was, I don't know, he was a teenager. I can't remember how old he was. But Bill Haley took it to the charts in 1956. And that was a great slang phrase, See You Later, Alligator. Right, so it goes like this. So we're going to do it at this pace here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to use the 2nd rhythm pattern that I mentioned. Well, I saw my baby walking with another guy today. Well, I saw my baby walking with another guy today. When I asked her what's the matter, this is what I heard her say. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you cramp my style? Now let's talk about that rhythm pattern in a bit more detail. Now I said down, down, up, down, down, up. Now however, a slight nuance to all of this is that with the down, especially on the 1st and 3rd beat, you're really going to be just strumming the lower strings, these ones here. So the 6th string, 5th string, 4th string, those ones there. But with the 2nd and 4th, you will be strumming the whole 6 strings. And you are giving it a bit of welly on the 2nd and 4th beats when you play the whole 6 strings. Now the thing about strumming, one of the things that beginners often have trouble with is the up strumming. Like, what do they play? Well, generally when you're coming up like a flower, you're generally only playing the 1, 2, 3, maybe the 4th string. You're not really playing everything like that. So it's down, strum everything, and then up with 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 strings. So it's a little bit more complicated than just going. Okay, because you're doing a bit more. So down, down, up, down, down, up. Let's look at the second song. The second song is Shake, Rattle and Roll. So again, this is the same 12-bar blues chord progression, and it works absolutely brilliantly for this rock and roll tune. And you know, Shake, Rattle and Roll uses the same structure. It's just going to follow the same thing all the way through. And this is originally written by Big Joe Turner in a very bluesy style, and Haley's is a cover. I always thought Haley wrote it when I first heard this song. All right, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Well, get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Well, roll my breakfast 'cause I'm a hungry man. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul. Now with the strumming again, so as I said, with the G chord, you're pretty much playing 6, 5 and 4. With the C chord, you're doing it again, right? So you're only really strumming 5, 6, 5, 4 and 3, and you're dampening the 6th string with your thumb. You're kind of just curling it over like that. You know, you're not pressing down because you'll get a note, just touching it. And then you're doing exactly the same. Just trying to play the lower strings on the 1st and 3rd beats, then on the 2nd, playing everything with a bit of oomph, a bit of emphasis. And then when you're coming up, you're just playing the top 3 strings. That might seem a bit weird at first, and it might make things complicated for you. You might feel like it's complicated, but after a while you will actually get a hang of this, and you'll find yourself doing that up strum with only the top few strings. You'll be doing it pretty naturally. So you've just played 2 big 1950s rock and roll hits using the same chord progression. Now for the one that changed everything, I think, Rock Around the Clock. And it starts a little bit different because it starts off with, it holds the G chord for a few bars, then shifts to the D major chord. And that's the bit where it goes 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. And then it starts off with the 12-bar blues chord progression. It's a great intro, that, isn't it? So, but before we do that, let's just look at these chord changes, because yeah, G major, C major, D major, they're three of the most common beginner chords, but they're a bit of a stretch, aren't they? Especially that G chord where you've got your first finger, fourth finger, third finger and second finger all spread out across the fretboard like that. But the thing you want to take note of is these two fingers, right? These two, the second and third finger. Because when you're shifting between G, C, D, D, G, D, C and G, when you're shifting back between those three chords, these two fingers are kind of like, I think, are the key to getting smooth changes. Because these fingers here, third finger is on the third fret, second finger is on the second fret, and it's the same for all three chords. All right, so G chord, sixth string, fifth string, third fret, second fret. C chord, you're moving over one, fifth string, fourth string, third fret, second fret. And then when you're going over to the D major chord, yeah, you've got to move a little bit more as you kind of shift over, but you're on the second string, B string, at the third fret, and the high E string, the first string, the second fret. So these two fingers, like, they're always in the same position, just moving back and forth across the fretboard. And of course there is a little bit of work to do with the fourth finger or the first finger. But I think making sure that these two fingers stick together makes life a little bit easier when you're changing between chords. So let's try shake, rattle and roll. The chord progression is on the screen, especially for the beginning. Are you ready? Here we go. Now, you've just done two great songs. Let's see if you can do a third, which I'm sure you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till joy daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3 and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. 3 songs, 3 chords, 1 great chord progression. That's rock and roll, right? Now, if you played along today, that's a massive win. Tell me in the comments which you enjoyed most. Shake, rattle and roll, see you later, alligator, or rock around the clock. I love reading your wins. And if you need a bit of help, check out my 7-day guitar course for total beginners. Thanks for joining me today. Happy strumming.